Hi everybody and welcome back to another racing video here on this channel, and in today's video I'm going to be taking on a race challenge. As it's the Monaco GP this weekend, I thought why not race around that circuit. Now the only game I had that circuit on was Project Cars 2, so that's the reason why I've chosen this game. And I do need practice around here ready for my walkthrough on F1 2019. Now this is going to be an 8-lap race and I've put the AI difficulty on 120%, so it's going to be a really challenging race around this circuit because it's so hard to overtake. Plus I put 10 minutes of quality in, so I'm going to need to get a decent spot because it's not going to be easy to overtake, like I said. Anyway, let's get straight into the qualifying session. Right, now we've got a bit of heat in the tyres. Let's see what sort of times we can hit and then see how far we are away from the AI's times. I've got no idea how quick they're going to be around here on this game in these cars. So let's see if we can get a good start around this first couple of corners. And we're still sliding a bit. Just trying to get used to this circuit. Now, I'm not the best around Monaco, I must admit, hence why I don't race around here very often. And I was going to do the Formula A, but I haven't really raced those cars much on Project Cars 2. So I went with a car that I do know is pretty good on this game, and that is the Formula Renault 3.5. And so far, that's not too bad, trying to avoid hitting any of the sides. And we have got slight damage on, so hopefully we don't end up wrecking the car. Slow it down, slow it down. Oh god, the brakes do lock up through that section. And that was not too bad. Now I've only put quali on 10 minutes, so we're not going to have many laps to put in a decent time. Oh god, it does move around there. Sliding it through that section. Still not up to maximum temperature. Oh, made a mistake there. Needed to slow down a little bit more. Just trying to learn the braking points. I mean, I don't use a driver line. Like I said, I don't race around this circuit very often, so it takes a few laps to get used to it. And we've got a car not far behind. Let's see what sort of time we can get. And over the finish line. Oh, that isn't bad for our first lap. I will take that. Right, let's see if we can push it a little bit harder on this lap. And I'm sort of going to aim for at least top 5. If I can get top 5, I would be very happy. We can't start the race, an 8-lap race, too far behind because we're just not going to be able to do the overtakes. Let's see if we can slow it down. And we're up on our time already, which is always good. And it will take about 2 or 3 laps, I reckon, in the race to get those tyres up to temperature. So we're going to have to be really careful early doors. And that's not too bad. Oh, that was really tight through there. And let's see if we can push it. We're on the authentic settings as well on the car. And let's put those brakes on. Oh, sliding around, but I will take that. That's not too bad through there. And oh, just caught the side there. Got to be careful. I don't do that in a race. And again, well, it's only little taps, but got to be careful. Like I said, slight damage is on, so we don't want to completely ruin our car. Right, through this section. This is definitely a faster lap, but how much by? That's not too bad. Foot down. What sort of time we're going to get here? And oh, up to 5th. So that is a position that I wouldn't mind starting in. If we can just maybe push a little bit harder, we might be able to get a faster time than that. Starting to get into a rhythm now. I think the tyres are starting. Oh, it's feeling much grippier through there, holding a lot more speed. And that was nicely done. Drive it back down the hill here. This is the horrible turn. I really struggle through here, and we're up on the time, which is good. Let's just try and hopefully avoid hitting any sides this time. And that is such a tight turn, almost full lock on your steering wheel. And I cannot wait to race around here when I get my new steering wheel. I'm not going to reveal which one it is. I will do a reveal video, but you will see that very soon, hopefully just before F1 2019 comes out. Right, slow it down. Oh, that was nicely done. Try not to spin up the rear, and we're only 0.2 up, but that makes all the difference around this circuit. And we've only got 4 minutes to go, so we need to get our best times in if we can. And through there. Oh, no, don't lose it. Don't. Oh, wow, almost lost it there. How the hell I managed to hold on to that, and I made a mistake. Oh no, that's going to cost us as well. I don't think this is going to be a faster time. That's such a shame because it was a good lap up to that point. And, oh yes, we did. 3rd. Wow, I'll take that. Right, so we got to the end of the qualifying session. I didn't manage to put in a faster time and we dropped down to 5th. That's not bad. I said top 5. I'm happy with that. I just need a good start. So let's get straight into the race and see if we can complete this challenge on the hardest level. Right, so we're just about to start the race, waiting for those 5 green lights. Can we get a good start here? And that is not bad. Quite a bit of wheel spin, but we managed to get away okay. Can we take a couple of positions in this first corner? We've gone through the middle. Can we hold that position? That's a really difficult turn. A bit of contact, but we couldn't hold that position. But we moved up to P4, so that wasn't bad after all. And we've got to try and get some heat in these tyres early doors. So let's see if we can just hold in behind these 3. And just hopefully once we get some heat and we get an opportunity to overtake, we've got to take it. We weren't as quick as they were in the qualifying session, so let's see if we can just take a position here. Oh, they braked really early and we just managed to nip up the inside and we're into P3, so we've already made 2 positions on the first lap. That's what you want to do. Right, let's just try and stick with these 2. Like I said, I wasn't as quick as they were in qualifying, so I've got to try and live with their pace, but it's not going to be easier at first because the tyres aren't up to temperature and the brakes are not up to temperature as well. So let's see if we can just stick with them as long as we can. Right, let's just try and be careful in this section. Have to brake quite hard, and they've stopped quite well through there. Let's just try and live with them through there. That's not too bad. Try not to put my foot down fully. I don't want to spin up the rear. And a little bit of a mistake there, just clipping the side there. I've got to be careful not to do that with slight damage on. And let's just try and hold it through here. Oh, just grabbed a little bit of that curb, and again, that wasn't what I want to do. Still haven't got the grip that you need to really push hard. So let's just try and get some more heat in those tyres, and that is the first lap out the way. We're sitting in P3, so it's not all bad. Right, let's see if we can push a little bit hard on this second lap. Let's see if we can take a little bit more through here. Hopefully as soon as we feel there's a little bit more grip there, we can really start pushing it through the corners. And we've got a little bit of slipstream here, but we have got a car sitting on our tail as well, so we've got to be careful we don't get shunted. And let's hold it through there. Nicely done. And can we take this position here? Is he going to brake early? Can we dive up the inside? Oh, squeeze pass, a little bit of contact, but it was a clean pass and we haven't been told to give back the position. So I will take that all day long, and we're up to P2. I wasn't expecting to be able to get in that position this early in the race, but I think we might need to do that because the car in front is slightly pulling away. And he was a little bit quicker in the qualifying session, so we can't afford to let him get any advantage in this short race. Right, slamming on the brakes. Oh, definitely feeling a lot better now. There's a little bit more grip, and the brakes are responding a lot better. So let's see if we can just hold it. Really looking forward to racing on F1 2019 when it comes out. It's going to hopefully be a 10 times better experience than this. It's not too bad through there, managing to manoeuvre through there a lot better now. We've got a little bit more grip, but the car is sliding around a little bit, and I've just got to be aware of that. Don't push it too hard. Oh, that was nicely done through there, and let's see if we can just close the gap. I think we've slightly pulled away from the car behind, so hopefully we won't have too much trouble from behind. So we go into lap 3. It's still a long way to go, and we need to try and close the gap between us and first place. But he started off really, really well, and he's setting a decent pace. Oh, again, making a mistake. Oh, got to be careful. That's twice we've just caught the side. Luckily, you don't get too much damage from that, but got to be careful. And let's see if we can get through this section a little bit quicker. We've managed to close the gap, but he seems to accelerate away really quickly. So we've got to try and take those corners as tight as possible, and that is not too bad. And putting our foot down again. Let's see if we can close the gap through this sector. And we know they brake really early into this next chicane, so let's see if we can catch him through here. Oh, I didn't think I was going to stop them, but again through there nicely, and we have closed that gap. But and that seems to be a good section here for us. Oh, the rear was sliding a little bit, but I'm trying to take as much as I can through these corners. And again, stay off that curb. Oh, just caught it a little bit, but now we've got a bit more grip and heat in the tyres. It didn't react as bad. Right, let's try and take these turns as quick as we can and push again. Right, so we go into lap 4, so we're almost halfway through the race, and we're sitting in second, which is still a decent position to be in, and we just set a decent lap time as well. but I still think we can go a lot faster. We just need to nail some of these corners. Let's try and hold a little bit more through these corners now. The temperatures of the tyres are probably up to their maximum, but we've also got to be aware that the tyres will start to wear towards the end of the race, even on an 8-lap race. So we've got to be careful that into the lap stages that we don't make any mistakes, and we're doing really well through here. This is one section that I was thinking that I will make mistakes, but I haven't made too many so far. And again, let's keep it nice and tight, avoid hitting that left side there, and accelerate. So we're doing okay. Let's see if we can just push it a little bit harder through this next couple of corners. So this is where the AI seems to be very weak. Got to take advantage of that. They slow right down, but they accelerate out really quickly though, so that is where we've got to really carry the speed through there. Right, a little bit of a slide again, but managing to control the slide nicely. Right, let's see if we can catch him through here again. That's not too bad, and this is not a bad lap either. So, oh god dear, I thought I'd lost the front then. It oversteered quite badly, but I managed to hold on to that, but we did lose a bit of ground. So we go into lap 5, still trying to push as hard as I can, but we weren't any quicker on that lap, which is a shame, because I thought we were really starting to pick up the pace. But at least I'm keeping up with him. That is the main thing coming into lap stages of the race. So let's see if we can get a little bit closer. If he brakes early on that section, I might be able to dive bomb down the inside. Can we do it cleanly though? And here we go on the brakes. Oh, we just managed to get past him without any contact. Oh, what an overtake that was. And we're on a decent lap to do it as well. So hopefully we can keep it. But he was quicker in qualifying, so he might be quicker when he's behind me with the slipstream. But we've managed to get through. We're in the lead. And now we've got to try and set the pace ourselves. So let's see if we can just pull away. He's still very close behind. Can't afford to make any mistakes on this lap. So let's try and take this as quick as possible. And that was nicely done. Let's see if we can just go through a little bit quicker as well. Trying to avoid to make any mistakes. Once we've got a little bit of breathing space, we can back off. The tyres wear looks pretty good at the moment. And slid through there, but we managed to keep hold of the car, and again trying to take as much through there as possible. It's such a difficult section. You can see why a lot of racers, F1 racers, crash around that section. It's so difficult, especially when there's more than one vehicle. Right, so we go into lap 6, so we've got 3 more laps. We've just got to be very consistent. We don't need to push too hard now, and it's all down to me now. If I'm going to win this, I've got to make sure I avoid making mistakes. And I'm not pulling away, he is still very, very close behind. But will the AI on Project Cars 2 take an inside line and dive bomb me? Probably not. But will they on F1 2019? From the gameplay I've seen, probably. So there is going to be a massive difference when we get on that game. Mind you, I do find the AI do battle with you a lot harder on Assetto Corsa Ultimate Edition. So there is a massive difference between games when it comes to the intelligence of the AI and how they battle with you. Right, let's slow it down through here. Starting to hold our own here. Looking at the track map, we've got a little bit of breathing space. But it's still within, well, it's under a second, so it's not a great deal. Just one mistake could cost us. Right, to come towards the end of the 6th lap, and we've got 2 more laps to go in this race challenge around the Monaco GP. Let's try and hold it. It's not too bad. Let's see if we can put in another decent lap. Slow it down. And it'd be interesting to see how the race pans out tomorrow. But I think with Lewis Hamilton on pole, if he raced like he did in the qualifying session, I can't see anything but a Lewis Hamilton win. But we will see. Right. That's not too bad. Again. Trying to take those corners as tight as possible. Ooh, onto the curb there. Come on, 1.5 laps to go. And I was actually quite surprised with the AI on 120%. I was expecting them to be a lot quicker around here. But yeah, we didn't beat him in the qualifying session, although I reckon if it was on more than 10 minutes, I probably would have put in a faster lap, because I only had a couple of clean laps. Be careful, just feeling a little bit of grip go at the front. Let's not throw this away. Let's keep this nice and steady. We don't need to push for a faster lap. We've got the lead. And we've got the race win in the bag. If we can just hold it for one more lap. Right, so we go into the final lap of the race. And I think our lap times have been pretty consistent. Let's see if we can push it. Ooh, just catching a bit of curb there. But you can get away with that. Right, let's see if we can just hold on to this for one more lap. God dear, this rear of this car does slide around a hell of a lot. No wonder the tyres wear out so quickly. Right, slow it down. This isn't going to be a quicker lap, but I'm not bothered about that as long as I take the win. Right, just keep it tight through there. Not giving the AI any opportunity to get back in this race. And this is looking good for us. We haven't mucked up this section the whole race, although I did a couple of times on the qualifying laps. And keeping that nice and tidy through there. Let's see if we can manage to get through here without making any contact with the sides. And that is nicely done. Now this section, trying to keep off the curbs. Come to the final corners. And the race win is in our sights. There we go. Final couple of corners. And we're going to take the race win. There you go. And we complete the challenge on the hardest level on Project Cars 2 around the Monaco GP circuit. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and share the videos. And I will see you soon for some more races like this on the channel on all the games that I'm showing at the moment. I hope you're enjoying it, and I will see you very, very soon. Thank you and goodbye.